Hello, friends. My name is Suren and I'm back with you. We are continuing on our talk of relationships, how relationships makes our future as well as they makes us. Whatever we are or whatever we can become depend on the relationships that we have. And we have talked about various kind of relationships and I had mentioned in the early stages that I have identified 20 kind of relationships, out of which we have already talked about 8 kind of relationships. So we will talk about 4 more, but before that, before we begin with the other 4 or the next 4, let me quickly brief you about what other 8 that we have discussed about in the earlier videos for each. So allow me to read the list of the 8 videos that we have done, or the 8 relationships that we have done in 2 or 3 videos before. So we have already talked about the relationship with self. We have already talked about relationship with God. We have already talked about relationship with parents and siblings. In the next video, we talked about spouse, children, relatives, and friends. So, as you would always, you would also notice that I have been talking about people here, human beings, your relationship with human beings. At a later stage, I would also be talking about your relationship with whatever is beyond humans. So, we will talk about that, but then let's continue from the ninth, 10th, 11th, and the 12th relationship that really makes us, or that makes difference to our life. So the first one today is something, our relationship with something or someone who is weaker than us, or which we perceive as weaker than us. It could be our spouse, and we are in a dominating position, we can dictate. It could be our children. It could be when we go to the restaurant, it could be the person who is serving us. It could be our driver or the cab driver. We like, there have been many times when we find ourselves in a dominating situation. Small things, like when you are visiting a store or picking up your coffee, you are the client, you have that power to complain. When you are attending a call from a call center, or when you are making a call center call, and the agent on the other side is making you wait or on hold, or is not answering you in a manner that is expected of him or her. So you are in a dominating position, and that person is in a weaker position. What kind of a relationship you create with that person? What kind of a person you prove yourself to be in that moment, or that those moments, is going to reflect in your personality. What kind of a relationship you make with that weaker a person. I hope I have been able to clear how do I call somebody weaker than you. I am not talking about the physical strength or just the financial. Time to time, from different circumstances to different circumstances, we are in a dominating position, and the other is at a weaker position. So how we behave in that is what really matters to our matters to our future. The roots of this behavior also lies in our past, and we will discuss in detail when we talk about it in just one video. But then for today, this is one kind of relationship that you need to look into. What kind of a relationship you have with others when you are in a dominating position and the other person is in a weaker position. The next part is your relationship with people who are totally strangers to you, absolutely strangers. Let's say you are traveling through a bus or a train, or let's say you are waiting, in your doctor's waiting area, or you have gone to visit your dentist and you meet a person who is totally stranger to you. You have no clue. Now, your relationship with that person, again, it comes from your past. It comes from your past. The roots of that relationship lies in your past. But how you behave is what is proved in your present, and whatever the however you behave with that stranger is going to make your future too, right? So a person who is totally stranger, it could even be a person in Tim Hortons or some coffee shop who is serving you coffee. That person is totally stranger. You get into a mall, you enter into a mall and you have to do shopping, and then there is a security guard standing, right? You go to a store and there is a helper who is just around, maybe not to help you, but you come across that person is a stranger. So what kind of a relationship you develop, what kind of a behavior you are in, it is coming from the past, it is reflecting in your present, but then this would also make your future. So you have to look into that. How do you behave with people who are totally strangers? The third part today is very, very important, and I would request all the viewers to look into. And this is relationship with your neighbors. What kind of a relationship with you have your neighbors? So it is not about saying, "Hey, good morning, Nash," or "Good morning, Juliet," or "Good morning, John." I am not talking about that. I am saying how many times you have stepped out of the house to greet or to ask how the other person is. How much do you know your neighbors? Do you really know where are they from? Do you really know what is their family? How many people are in their family? Do your neighbors share their issues with you? Do you spend enough time? Have you ever invited them, or they have invited you? So if you have a good personality, your neighbors would automatically, if you're kind and if you're caring, or if you have that kind of energy, again, even this behavior is coming from your past. Your upbringing has made you to behave whatever way you are, and that is in your present too. But then if you consciously make effort to change your present and to make your present different, then your future will also be different. So you have to visit your relationship with your neighbors and see how you can change. And before you decide to make any change, you have to understand what is the kind of relationship that you have. So I would request my viewers to look into that. The next relationship that I would want you to really look into it is your relationship with the society. Now, what is the society? Society is a group of people which are around us, which are not straight away related to us, but they are all around us. Like you go, the person who is your next door neighbor, the person who is what do you call the person who is residing opposite to you, the gardener, the your driver, or anybody like the priest in your temple, the other people, everybody together. Do you contribute into the society? Do you care about the society? Do you care about whether people have space to sleep at night or not? Do you care about whether people have enough food or not? Have you talked have you bothered yourself about the values of the society, the kind of challenges that the society is facing, or it is just about like, what do I have to do? I'm not bothered about anything. The society is going through a very, very challenging time, and I think all the time, even when we were kids, society was transforming itself. Society is always in the mode of transformation. Do we take a part in the society? Do we volunteer ourselves and do something for the society? We have to understand that, and we have to ask ourselves how active we are in the society. Again, the roots of all this is like they lie in our past, which reflects in our future. But whatever consciously we decide to do today will also make our future, and as well as also reflects in our personality. So, friends and viewers, what do you think about these four things that we have discussed today? I would like to know your comments. We have already, with these four today, we have already completed 12. 8 more which are there in my mind are remaining. They may not be the living beings, or they may not be at least the humans, but then I would like to talk about them. What am I trying to do? I am trying to talk about how our behavior is. And I am also including myself. It is not that like you are outside me and I am the perfect or something. But our relationships at different level with these things decide what we are, how we are, and how we will become. If we start working on these relationships and try as good as possible, you will see the life will be much better. Life will not be as challenging as it does, and over and all it will make us happy. So stay tuned. I will be back with the next four very soon. If you have comments and suggestions, please let me know. Also, friends, if you want to contact me, my contact numbers are there. Other than that, you can reach me on Instagram, Facebook, telephone, email. So much is there to contact these days. So if you have a question or comment, if you agree or disagree, let me know. I'll be waiting. Signing off for now. We'll be back with you very soon. Thank you.